What's good, everyone? Awesome day of football, as well as good night of boxing last night. Of course, we are the Southern Ballers Show Collective. Shout out to Mighty LDBC, and of course, I have my co-host, Coach 67 Sports TV. What's good, brother?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Hopefully, all is well with y'all, gentlemen. This afternoon, peace and blessing to the family, you dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, I have my other co-host, JB.
What's up, family? Hey, ready to start the show. Have another wonderful show, and we got a lot to talk about in a short time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to people already in the chat, man. Big Joseph Townsend, one of my other co-hosts, he said salute to the family. You know what it is. He'll join whenever he can. Same thing with brother Brent Fox. And one of the co-hosts of Big Reg, Big Boy Talk, man, 86 Goats. He said, I'm in here now. Salute, brother. Always supporting. Man, we got some scores to talk about, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the scores. So, Sunday we have some games. Right now that went on. So it was Portland State lost to Hawaii 23-3. Thursday, Wake Forest lost to North Carolina Central 24-34. And then forgive me, y'all. I want to make sure I got the right. Okay. And then Friday was Indiana blew out Indiana State 73-0. Syracuse beat Colgate 66-24. You know what? I'm not even going to recap the blowouts. So Colorado, we are going to cook on this for a little bit. Colorado dropped their second loss to Houston, 36-20. Now, this Houston team in the Big 12 is mid. I'm not saying they're a horrible ball club. I'm not saying they're not a bad ball club at all. But they look like the drastically superior team on especially the offensive side of the ball. Defense could not figure Connor Wigman out. It was hard to watch, man. It was hard to watch, and in my opinion, this has nothing to do with talent. I think it has to do with the coaching, because the pieces they have on this roster, they can win. It just some of the people they have starting shouldn't be starting, in my humble opinion. JB, what was your thoughts on this game? Houston losing to Colorado. Colorado losing to Houston.
Oh, they couldn't get nothing going on offense like that. I think they took Salters out. I think too quick. And I think they need, and I think I agree with you. I think Prime needs to eat his pride, him and his offensive coordinator, and let them wide receivers know that everybody ain't gonna get 5 passes or 7 receptions per game like last year. Shador's not on the team no more. They need to make this a RPO option type offense. They don't have the QBs on the roster to run the spread. Julian Lewis is not there yet. He's a freshman. He may be good next year and in a couple of years, but he's not there yet. When he went in, the game looked too fast for him.
Mm-hmm.
Salters is your best quarterback right now, and us on the panel and some of the brothers at in the off season on the Southern Baller show, and some of the brothers in the chat said that
Mm-hmm.
he's your best option. He Salters, you can um, give the defense problem with the leg, just like Houston did.
Mm-hmm.
That Wigman boy from Houston, I know him. He was a transfer coming from Texas A&M. He ain't a great thrower of the ball,
No,
but
he's
I
not.
think Georgia Tech gave you the blueprint how to beat
Mm.
Colorado. If you can
Yeah.
run the option with your quarterback, the defensive ends, and yeah, Big Joe just came in the line, came on the live. He could tell you more about it. If you're not disciplined in defending the option, and coach too, if your ends or defensive ends, I don't care if you run a 3-4 to 4-3 or whatever type of defense you run, if those outside linebackers or defensive ends is not disciplined and stopping the option, you gonna have a long night facing the option team, and that's what we saw.
Well, in
And
2025, I don't mean to cut y'all, bro. In 2025, it's more like a 4-2-5 than a 4-3.
no, hey, that's what you here for, bro. Thank you for the correction. So a 4-2-5. You know what I'm
But
saying?
like as you said,
So
it don't matter if they not disciplined.
if they're
No
not
matter what they.
disciplined, that's what's Colorado. And I bring that up, Jared. That's what Colorado should be doing with Salter. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to make him into a Shador. He's not a Shador. He's not going to throw the ball all over the field.
Mm.
I'm done.
Okay. Okay. And like I said, Big Joe Townsend, LDBC business in the building. I told you he was gonna eventually join. Uh, I'm gonna go to you, man. What's your thoughts on Colorado dropping another game to Houston, which in my opinion is a mid Big 12 team, not a terrible, but then they're not beating BYU, they're not beating Arizona State, in my opinion. Of course, I could be wrong.
Salute to the family. We'll go with y'all. Happy Sunday. We got some foosball today. Yes, sir. Black
Some
foosball,
foosball.
foosball. Actually, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with college out here. So, yes, sir. But yeah, man. Regarding Colorado, hey, man, hey. It don't matter how many guys you put in the transfer portal. You just cannot replace talent. They had the luxury and leisure to have Shador on their team last year, who covered up for a lot of jankiness over there. No matter what happened, he still stood there and threw the ball, and he happened to throw a ball to the Heisman Trophy winner and Travis Hunter, who was able to take up two spots on the team as wide receiver and cornerback. Now you got two guys gone, not to mention all the other running backs. I mean all the other running backs who have transferred, the wide receivers who have went to the league and all that kind of stuff. You're not replacing that. Now you get new guys in there. Yeah, in the transfer portal you can get talent immediately, but the talent immediately still has to mesh, still has to come together, still has to have cohesiveness, still have to have timing and rhythm. You can't get that just by throwing some guys on the team and say, "All right, play ball." So with that being said, Colorado is a team, that has talent and also has first year coaching. Let's not forget a lot of these coaches, this is their first year. Marshall Falk to Warren Sapp, to the
Hmm.
KO, all of them do this is their first year coaching. Not saying that they can't coach, but just with anything, rookie players and rookie coaches don't make mistakes. They're still trying to figure out their niche for coaching. So Colorado is a team that is still trying to replace players from last year, and they just don't have it. So they may have guys on their team who could play, but they just don't have the talent. And just because you have talent, don't mean talent gonna show up on game day either. Talent look good in the weight room. Talent look good in practice. And talent got to look good when the lights cut on. And I'm not seeing a lot of that when they play on Saturday. Houston may be a mid-tier team, but they're a cohesive team and they know how to play. Salters are still trying to play. The freshmen still trying to play. and the third stringer, he said it's his time right now, but it looked like his time ran out yesterday. So
And I want to add this before you continue. Martin Luther Starr. I was just going to cue that.
I'm MLK style. So I mean, there's a lot of intangibles with it, and like we're saying, with they have a hard time running the ball. I mean, running the ball because they just still. This is the first year they actually have some pretty good linemen, but the linemen still got to play together. A good old line plays for a long time. You can't just throw guys on the team and say, "All right, y'all do this." You have to play a couple years or two to play off each other. You might be a guard, but you play better at center. You might be a right tackle, but you're athletic enough to play left tackle. And you probably shouldn't even be playing. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right.
you got to figure all that out as you go. And football is not a plug and play game. You have to have camaraderie to win championships, and they just don't have that right now. They have talent, but the talent hasn't matured enough yet to show up on a football field. And as long as with the coaching and play calling, so you can blame everybody on all across the board. If you want to blame coaching, cool. You can blame coaches on a bad play calling. You can blame the coaches for not playing players in good position, and you can blame the coaches for recruiting the players to be on that team. You know what I mean? So Colorado has again. This is what his third year there.
Hmm.
I mean, we just seen the UCLA get coach. I mean, UCLA coach get fired after 2 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
After
So
dropping the game to New Mexico, which they usually
yeah,
beat up on.
yeah, he lost to the Lobos. So yeah, I mean, Colorado, they're okay. They still got work to do. And for me, I don't want to see Byron Leftwich call some plays. I'm not really a big. I don't like the offensive coordinator like that. But that's who Dion picked. That's who we want. So he
I
want to
agree.
ride it out with. He want to ride it out with his homie. So, but yeah, man, Houston did what they supposed to do, and that's beat on a team who is not prepared to play. Whether it's a night, I heard something about a night games and day games, and hey,
Yeah, Dion brought that up.
yeah,
Said he don't
man,
like they don't. They on morning team. I was like, Dion, it really, if you got your
hey,
team prepared, it really don't matter. Go ahead.
we got NFL teams. They playing Brazil one week. Next minute they at home. You have they had Georgia Tech ain't got that problem. They playing Dublin, didn't they? Then they playing Dublin.
Hmm. Yep.
You played a whole nother country and come back and you still 3-0. So I mean, either your kids are ready to play or not. So coaching again comes down to putting your players in the best position, getting them prepared, and develop them during the season. And it looks like coaches need to do the same thing as well. They need to develop as well during the season. Colorado might be something last year. Salters is a good quarterback, but he's more like Tommy Frazier. They don't run a Tommy Frazier offense.
Mm.
So, he has a strong arm, but then again, last year he played at Liberty. Like I said before, they talked about could Shador transfer from Jackson State to Colorado. Can Salters transfer from Liberty to Colorado? And it looks like he's struggling. So, hey, shout out to Houston. That's a good win for him. That's a good win for the division.
Yeah, very good win. And let me let you know how I know it's talent. That same Georgia Tech team, that beat Colorado by only seven
You meant
points.
coaching.
Yeah, thank you, coaching. It's the same squad. It's the same squad. So it's definitely coaching. It's definitely coaching. So something has to, and again, I'm all for Dion. I hope he does well, but if this continues to happen, he's not going to be there long because he got
He got to adjust.
he,
Yeah,
He got to adjust.
all that shine is wearing off now. But
yeah,
all that money into this city, admissions is up. Games were sold out. I don't see them as sold out anymore. All that shining is starting to tarnish a little bit. So hey, we gonna see.
yeah, yeah.
So
Put the
you can
right.
see coaches that actually stick with a quarterback, right? You should at least I think one mistake you should have never took out Salter. Give
Yeah, I
him at
think he was.
least 3 or 4 games. After that third or fourth game, if he's still not reading and missing passes and stuff, But going to your
Man,
third string quarterback, that yeah,
man, that's
Martin
tough.
Luther Stiles ain't cutting
Man,
it.
that's tough, JB, because I mean, this is college. They only got 10 games, like 10, 12 games. They didn't play 3 games
Yeah,
already. I mean, and at the end of the day, what was Salters wasn't giving you nothing. You can
right.
stick
But I
with them
think
all you want.
Salters. Right, I agree. I understand, but Stiles, I seen him in the spring game last year and this year. And I was just, I'm not. He all right. He not. To me, he ain't nobody
Well,
first option or no starter.
a lot of them
Um,
quarterbacks are just eyed over there. So I mean, it ain't just style.
you right. You
you
right.
got
You
you
right.
got three
No,
eyed
no,
quarterbacks over there.
JB, stand on what you saying, and I agree. I'm winning and losing with Softer.
Okay,
Win and
that's
lose,
cool.
just like
That's cool.
what I agree with Bill Belichick doing with UNC. Gio, everybody want Max Johnson. They think Max Johnson know the offense better. But I think Gio Lopez gives you a better option because he can
Okay.
run with his leg. But
Mm-hmm.
to your point, Joe, this is where the NFL does this all the time. If your ass is still missing throws, week 4 or 5, 3, 4, 5, and you still throwing passes in the dirt, missing wide open passes, you need to hold this clipboard, bro.
Hey,
Period.
I hear you, but didn't stop through it in triple coverage.
But
Who we talking about here?
all
same
I'm
thing.
saying
Hey,
is, what
this how
my
consistent I am, fellas. Same thing with Archie Manning. Look, Archie Manning can't keep playing like this, man. You probably need to. If Archie Manning still throwing picks to I don't think they in conference play. They yeah, have they ain't played a SEC team yet, right? So
Right.
if he play this against in conference against an SEC team, it ain't gonna look great. Texas is
He
gonna
looked
lose a
bad
lot of
against
wonderful
UTEP,
games.
bro.
I know.
UTEP.
But go ahead, Joe. What was you gonna say?
look, I'm just saying. I hear what y'all saying, but at the end of the day, Schaub's is a sophomore and Salter is a senior. You should have a senior who's been
Mm,
playing for 3 or 4 years. He should know how to do this and do this and do that, and he's playing like a sophomore. So why would I play my senior who's playing like a sophomore when I can just play the sophomore? And the team
that's a
is
good
actually
point.
is actually galvanizing and surrounding him and actually playing for him. How many you see the wide receivers actually trying to catch balls for Saab? They ain't doing that for Salters. And whose fault is that?
Yeah, but
It's
they
coaching.
galvanized the other night and they got their ass whooped. So uh,
Hey, hey. I'm just saying it is what it is. Well, no matter who you put in, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and
because
maybe to Jared's point, Joe, maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's
yeah,
they need to look at the whole shit. What they
yeah.
calling the offense, like you said, maybe Brian Leftwich need to call some plays. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
So
mean, you got an option
Pat Shermer's
quarterback.
not it, man. I'm sorry. They need to.
You got an option quarterback who don't run. You don't have an option offense. You have a freshman who's not ready to play. You have a third stringer who's on their second year, who's just he just out there trying to be like Rudy. At the end of the day, somebody got to throw the ball when the game starts. So who ready to play?
yeah,
Yeah.
And it seems like
exactly.
and Shaw been there for a couple of years. He at least know the offense. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Either
And
either way, put in whoever, you getting the same result at Colorado. It don't matter who you put in there.
Oh, boy, y'all about to see Staub do his best Devin Leary impression over there in Colorado.
Hey,
dang,
Johnny Moxon over there.
For real. But yeah, they got to get it together. Because that was their first conference game, and they didn't even look like they belong on the field at times. Um, but coach, we all three of us were cooking. What's your thoughts on this on the Colorado game?
Well, first of all, salute to Big Joe. Salute to you, bro.
Well, coach.
Not a whole lot. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. Uh, I'm a SWAT guy. I graduated from Southern, but coming into Jackson State with all the glitz and glam and struggling your first year, and then you play COVID ball that spring, and then you turn around that fall and you have a good turnaround, and then you turn around, you add more pieces like Travis Hunter and so on and so forth. It's easier to do that in the SWAC than it is to do that on the FCS level. Bigger program, better competition, so on and so forth. In addition to that, like Big Joe said, you had Shador at quarterback, you had Travis Hunter, so on and so forth. It's not easy to replace those players. And in 2025, with the transfer portal and the NIL, some universities think you could just get a whole entire team via the transfer portal and just, pay your way to winning the championship. But it's not that easy. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully speaking, I'm not gonna lie, from a coaching standpoint, I've seen people on social media be critical of Dion. And like I say, I mean, he was doing good at Jackson State. I'm not saying he should have stayed at Jackson State. My point is, you're on a higher level, you got higher expectations. And to keep it a buck, you really not getting the job done. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, whatever. So you raise the bar. Now you got to keep raising the bar. In terms of the quarterback play, I disagree with JB from this standpoint of the last few years. I've seen Southern stick with a terrible quarterback. Whether we talking about Bashawn McCray, whether we talking about Harold Blood, whether we talking about Noah Biden, even the first few games I was ready to pull Cameron McCoy, and we saw what happened when they pulled him last night. So at the end of the day, sticking with these terrible quarterbacks, I'm not for it on no level. Like, if you're not getting the job done, hey, rotate him. I don't know. I really don't know the answer for his particular situation. But either way the cut go, Coach Prime got to get something done. Him and his entire staff, because, just because you did good at Jackson State, it don't necessarily translate over to Colorado years down the line. And I mean, what Prime in year 3 or whatever at Colorado. So I'm almost certain, whether we talking about boosters, whether we talking about alumni, whoever, they want to see your program trending in the right direction. And a few weeks into the season, I'm not even gonna lie, they're not really trending in the right direction. So at the end of the day, I don't have the answer, but for me to see, people talking about what his potential buyout could be, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not.
Come
It's
on,
not.
coach. Don't do sausage like that. Now you Harold Blood. Dang.
Damn.
I mean, not even Harold Blood. We talking about Bashawn McCray, Noah Biden. So I'm not saying he playing as bad as they are.
Yeah, damn right.
But the premise behind what you're saying in terms of sticking with a guy, man, damn, sticking with a guy, like, unless you playing like a starter, you don't get starter treatment. Like I said,
Okay. To that point,
Cameron McCoy was playing like a scrub. They pulled him last night against Fresno State and asked him start to play a lot better than Cameron McCoy. So at the end of the day, that whole sticking with a guy, man, damn that. Hey, Southern, I've seen Southern do that the last few years. When the fan base was clamoring for, hey, you need to put the backup in, the next guy should be up. And they were like, oh no, I'm sticking with this guy. No, man, damn, I'm sticking with that guy. Unless
okay. So
starter,
to that
we're
point,
not doing that.
that's a perfect point. Now to that point, when did y'all switch quarterbacks? What week? When y'all decided, yeah, he ain't it. Which week was
It
it?
depends on which season you're talking about. He stuck with Bashawn
Uh,
McCray the entire season. They lost in the SWAC championship game, but by the time you put Glenn above McDaniel in the game, when you're down 26-0, once he got in the game, it was obvious that he was the better quarterback. In terms of Harold
well,
Blood, they stuck with him damn near the whole season. I think they ended up pulling him for the Bayou Classic. Noah, it was like a roller coaster ride. They give him a couple weeks, then T set a couple weeks, then he get hurt, and a couple weeks. It was like I want to say 8 or 9 before they gave Jalen Woods a nod. And Cameron McCoy last night, this is week week 3 for Southern, week 2 for everybody else, and they put Ashton Strata in the game, and he played better. So I don't know if it's going to be a duel between Woods and Strata or what, but either way, uh, I mean, you saying giving them a few weeks. I mean, even if you look at last night, we're going to throw it to the SEC. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback for the University of Florida, he threw 5 interceptions against LSU. If LSU
Yep.
playing against a better caliber quarterback, I'm not certain LSU wins that game. But the point I'm trying to make is, how much longer could you stick with a guy that threw 5 interceptions in a key SEC matchup? So if you had a high-profile institution, whether we talking about the University of Texas or LSU, University of Florida, whoever the case may be, man, you don't have a few weeks of poor quarterback play. A few weeks of poor quarterback play can cost you your job. I mean,
That's true.
Brian Kelly won last night, and they talking about, hey, the offense under Nussmeier is struggling. He went off on a reporter because he know, guess what? A few weeks of poor quarterback play from Nussmeier could literally cost him his job. So at the end of the day, like, man, depending on where you at, even Coach Prime situation, well, I don't say Prime because he ain't Prime no more than me, but Deion's situation in Colorado, man, you can't afford to sit through a few weeks of poor quarterback play. You got to be proactive in that context.
I agree. But there's another problem, and this is to all three of you brothers. What if that bad QB is the best QB on your roster?
Then you screwed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
again, that's the staff. Y'all recruited these jokers. Y'all made the phone calls. Y'all went to the homes, or if you're not going to the homes, y'all did the Zoom meetings, whatever, or the emails, and said these are going to be the quarterbacks to help us win, and they're not doing it. Shit. Yeah, they're gonna point the fingers at the staff. So, the like Coach said, people are out, and I saw that article this morning. If people are already talking about buying Coach Prime out, then that's what they wanted to happen. But my God, man, don't make them right because you're so stubborn. There's players that would just start no defense that shouldn't start on, like Ben Fennerith. I know he's a social media darling and at the Colorado fan base, and people like him. If he's just a special team player, because he'll make some good special team play, but he's not necessarily a starter. Then start the talented safety. Same thing with the linebacker core. So, and shout out to Well Off Media. I've heard Deion say in meetings, I don't care how good you are. If you're not practicing well, you're not going to start. That shit may backfire. Punish him a
Because
different
not
way.
all players, not we all football players. Not everybody's good practice players.
Yes.
We played with people like that.
Yeah.
They're not practice players, and then the lights come on, they lighten everybody ass up.
Hey, Bo Jackson didn't practice well. From a talent standpoint, he probably one of the greatest probably one of the greatest running backs I've seen in my lifetime. So uh, I'm not gonna lie, even the feature back when I was at Assumption, Brad Hill used to practice like a scrub, but guess what? You turn them lights on Friday night, you give him that ball 40 times a game, 50 times a game, guess what? He's doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? So you can't have that mindset. I mean, like I said, that crap might work well in the SWAC. Dude, you can't go to these bigger conferences and say, well, hey, you're an ultra talented player. You're not practicing well, so you ain't starting. Man, you must be crazy.
That's high
Well,
school shit, coach. That's high school shit. If you got bad grades and you not practicing well, you always late for practice. You ain't playing. Okay, now you go to these big ass programs, PWIs like Alabama. Talking about some Ryan Williams ain't playing, or they gonna buy your ass out so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course they got to make sure they pass it on them campuses. But it doesn't matter if you don't like their attitude or whatever the case may be. If they're a good player, you gotta start them. Damn, how you feel? Go ahead, Big Joe. I think you about to say something.
No, I was just saying. I mean, what y'all saying sounds good. He's a good player. You should just start him anyway, regardless of what's going on. But you also have team camaraderie. If obviously you don't treat all your players the same, but you treat everybody equally. You can't have a player who's fucking off, not doing what he's supposed to do, loafing in practice, and you expect him to turn it up in the game. Warren Sapp wasn't a good practice player, but we talking about Warren Sapp.
Snap, yeah.
What Bo Jackson was a good practice player, but we talking about Bo Jackson. The guy won a Heisman Trophy. And most top tier guys that we know, they practice. Nobody really goes in there and say they don't want to practice unless they're a veteran. We talking about college kids.
Yeah.
They can act however they want to in college. That ain't gonna work in the NFL. You got veteran guys out there who gonna light your ass up if you talking about, oh man, I don't feel like it today. Well, I guess you don't feel like playing because I ain't gonna feel like playing for you. So whoever the starter may be a quarterback, as the quarterback, the team has to rally around you. If the team's rallying around Schaubs, that's who you start. If they rally around Salters, that's who you play with. From what we saw in that game, the team rallied around Schaubs. That's why he started. Whatever Salter's attitude with the locker room, whatever it is, the team rallied around him. So I mean, that just is what it is. So, but I hear what y'all brothers saying, but we talking about college kids. This ain't the NFL.
Yeah, and this is why I love this show. We all give our opinions, and I hear you and Coach opinions, and yeah, y'all might be right. Maybe like you said, Joe, if the team is not behind Softers, then hey, it's time it is, man.
I have an example for you. I've been to two
Right?
practices. I've been to the University of Texas practice when you had Vince Young there, Cedric Benson, all them dudes there. They just won a national championship. Everybody practiced over there. Nobody was loafing. Nobody was playing. Everybody practiced real hard. Then I've been to a Cal Berkeley practice where they had Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson was big chilling, had his hands in his pants. If you play ball, you know what that means. Put your hands in your pants, keeping your hands warm, you chilling. I was like, man, who is this guy? Who is this guy just chilling in practice? Holding the clipboard, chilling. He ran a route, caught the ball one hand, and nobody didn't say nothing. Now you see why he's chilling in practice. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Everybody, you know what I mean? So everybody can't do that. You know what I mean? But then again, Deshaun Jackson never got in trouble. Deshaun Jackson always, had over 2.0, and he practiced for the most part, but he showed up in the games. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can loaf and practice and ball out in the game.
Now, hold up, now, Joe. I'm not advocating or condoning players not practicing in practice or whatever. I'm just saying all players can't be all world 24/7, 365. And I just using the Bo Jackson analogy because he talked about it vehemently on his documentary. He was saying, hey, even in college, you know what I'm saying? Some one of his college coaches used to say blood on the saddle. He like, damn that, if I have a heat stroke out here, you ain't gonna be the one in the hospital with me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying if you're all world talent, you should be given a green light not to practice. I'm just saying, hey, like you saying, treat everybody equally, but not the same. That ain't how Jimmy Johnson rolled, because guess what? In film study, the guy at the end of the bench fell asleep and he cut him. Michael Irvin did the same thing, or whoever it was, and he just said, hey, go wake him up. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't treat everybody the same because everybody ain't on the same level, you know what I'm saying? You might have equity, but not equality,
Oh, for sure. But using big names, Michael Irvin, Bo Jackson. You know what I mean? These guys
you
have
gotta
proven.
realize, Joe. You gotta
But I'm
realize,
saying, but these guys
Bo
have proven
Jackson.
that they're playmakers. That's what they've proven.
No, yeah. I see what you're saying, but my point is, Bo Jackson wasn't always in the NFL. He had to be that guy in high school and in college before he got to that point. So in college, guess what? He was saying when they were showing this footage of him talking about blood on the saddle, This was when he was at Auburn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah. I seen the same documentary you saw. Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously he was the whole team. When you the whole team, of course you ain't trying to be ragging in practice. You the whole team. Same thing when Cam Newton when he was at Auburn. He was the whole team. But we talking about Colorado now. I mean,
Yeah, good point.
we talking about Colorado. Ain't nobody out there jumping off the map besides maybe the left tackle. So, and we got Deion Sanders, Pakayo, Marshall Falk, and Warren Sapp as coaches. They're all Pro Bowlers. They all know something about practicing. If they're telling you to get your ass out there and work, you need to work. So,
Good point. Good point.
No,
Okay.
not just a good point. That was an excellent point. You know, I'm not saying they shouldn't practice. I'm just saying you never know when the lights come on. Certain guys might play better in the game.
for sure.
But honestly, Joe, do you think there's an easy fix for this Colorado Deion situation, or you think they're just in a tough spot right now?
I was just in a tough spot. You know what I mean?
Which,
Again, they're coming off of losing a Heisman Trophy winner and a Heisman Trophy finalist, and Shador broke over 100 Colorado records, which is why his jersey's been retired. No matter how much everybody want to cry about it, you know what I mean? He should have been a top 2 pick. You're not replacing that with transfer portal guys. You're just not.
you're
And
not.
Coach Sanders has to adjust to coaching without his kids there. That's something ain't nobody ain't talking about. This is the first time him coaching without having to say, "Hey son, hey son, hey son." It's "Hey Salters, hey freshman, hey." That's new. You dig what I'm saying to him? So, you know, I mean, but also another thing we got to take into account is these guys maybe have talented and may be able to play, but are they ready to play? Are they prepared to play? Have they been watching film? Have they shown up in practice to know that they know what we're doing this week? Do their teammates feel comfortable with them in there too? You can be talented all you want to if you don't know where the hell you're going on the route. Ain't no point you being in there. So, and who knows what they do in the locker room? Are you a good teammate? Do they care? Do they care to play for you? I mean, again, this is not the league. In the league, you ain't got to be friends. This is college. It's a little different, you know. So,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, because they're on the defensive side. We know all gripes about the offensive side of Colorado, but on the defensive side, Houston running back, man, homeboy changed direction when they was in the red zone and scored. Like the play was to the right side. Defenders had cut off the hole and nobody had covered. There was no pursuit like that covering the left side, and it was like on some video game shit. There was no linebacker nowhere near him. It
no,
was.
another thing we got to say is you can put your players in position too, but are they going to make the play?
That's true.
You can believe if they going to make the play, or is you going to make the play? Perfect example. When I was in college, I ran a stunt in practice. I was right there to tackle the running back. I missed him. He ran for 5 yards. I got cussed out. Son, I put you right there. Make the play. If you can't make the play, we'll put somebody else in there to do it. That's college. That's the NFL too. So, I mean, the lights might be too bright for some of these guys. A lot of these guys are transfer guys.
Yeah, you playing in the Sun
It's
Belt,
it's
in the WAC, or
it's
even
it's
Division II
it's a
school.
lot of pressure playing at Colorado now. No
Yeah,
matter if they win or losing, you playing for Deion. Deion got expectations. Sap got expectations. So does Falk. So does Pakayo. They all got expectations. Can you live up to them, son? I believe in you, son. You can do this, but is you gonna do it when they cut the tape on? All that matters.
yeah, it does.
What the quarterback from Florida State name is? Tommy what?
Castellanos.
How
Heisman
Yeah,
is
Trophy winner.
Castellano.
Heisman Trophy winner Castellanos.
how is he excelling so much at Florida State, and the guy y'all told me that came from Liberty struggling so much at Colorado? How is that the case?
Well, because he coming from Boston College, which is ACC. That's still the ACC. You know, everybody on the SEC sack and the Big 12 sack, but ACC play good football. You know what I'm saying? But so it's not a big jump. You know what I'm saying? Well, he went from he at Florida. Uh,
Florida
the two
State. Yeah.
program, it's still ACC. I'm
Right.
tripping. It's still
Same
ACC.
conference. He just transferred
Same
teams. Same
conference.
conference. He plays Florida State too. He plays Miami. He plays North Carolina. North Carolina State. He plays Louisville. Play the same teams. He just
Yep.
transferred teams.
Yep. But
And
Ain't nothing
and
I
changed.
understand that dynamic. The point I'm trying to make is how even some of these lower level guys transferring and they balling out, and other guys transferring and like everything they did well at this previous school is not translating over to the next institution.
well, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It's not a lower level. He's not. He didn't come from a lower level school. Now
No. I mean,
he
I understand that dynamic. I'm gonna give you another example, right? They got
right,
this
right, right,
quarterback
right,
from Tulane. He
right.
transferred to Kentucky. They gave this boy like
Mm-hmm.
$6.5 million. I said, damn, I see
Right.
why guys like that are transferring to Southern. And he got out there for Kentucky and he was balling out. So he jumped from Tulane to Kentucky, so
It's. Can I be honest with you? It's up to the coaching staff, and again, it's coaching and it's your recruiting staff. All management. Somebody from Florida State said Tommy Castellanos will be a good fit for our offensive scheme, and as you can see, it's working. Now going over to Colorado, you know damn well y'all basically like to
Run
throw the ball
spread.
around, run spread. Uh, Salter is basically an RPO quarterback, option quarterback. A lot of his throws came from, you know, having a good running game and him running the ball, and then those passing lanes are open where he can throw the ball down the field. That's not the case with Colorado. Shador, they just coming from like Big Joe said, Shador Sanders, who is basically a gunslinger. So that to answer your question is basically coaching, coaching.
And it has
and
to
it's
be
a
a
bad
good
times
fit
it's a
too.
bad fit too.
It has to be a good fit because hey, what some of the brothers, I think it was Joe, put in our group chat. Uh, you can jump in the transfer portal and go to a bad fit. Look at that boy Nico. He went to from Tennessee to UCLA. That's not looking like that's a good fit for him. He should have stayed his ass at Tennessee. It looked like. Um,
Ano- Another good example is Carson Beck. Carson Beck's over there at Georgia, but now he's balling in Miami.
Yeah,
Same thing
yeah,
we can say about Cam Ward. He did pretty good at Washington State. He balled out in Miami. But at the end of the day, no matter where you transfer to, you have to seize the moment and seize the opportunity. That's on the players too. You can be
of
coached
yeah.
up
course
all day long, but is you gonna play? At the end of the day, it's just football. Is
it
you gonna
is.
play or not? You know what I mean? So
It is, but
I
if
mean,
this is where I'm gonna put it back just a little because I'm not I can't dispute what you're saying as far as it's on because we get at the end of the day you got to put the helmet on, get ready to play. Damn it! So that's I'm not disputing that, but at the same time, if you know, like Coach was saying, if you're a Bashan McCray type quarterback,
Oh
meaning
no, Cameron McCoy.
or Cameron McCoy, and you put him in an air raid offense, what the hell do you think what's gonna happen?
Yeah. And I mean, you can even see that with Cameron McCoy transferred from Jackson State to Southern. He went from being the starter at Jackson State to the third string to the starter at Southern to third string. And basically, he got exposed from the standpoint of your defense ain't as good at Southern as it was at Jackson State. Your running game ain't as good at Southern as it was at Jackson State. But at the end of the day, it looked like you just a glorified running back playing quarterback, you know?
Yeah. And before I forget, let me salute everybody in the chat, man. Big Reg, host of Big Boy Talk, man. Salute, man. Bomb Show, man. Grown with Soul, salute family, salute brother. Memphis man, Anthony Boat. Salute, brother. And YouTube tripping, I gave you a wrench. I don't know why it doesn't show you you got a why it don't show that you have a wrench. Yeah, and I agree. It's coaching and culture.
Yeah.
And salute, brother. It's my first time seeing you, man. He said Pnut3844 Abel says Miami is the most complete team in the nation right now. If they stay healthy, no one is stopping those boys. We're gonna see. We definitely gonna see.
Another example we can talk about is Clemson. Clemson don't believe in the transfer portal. They may have one or two guys that don't believe in the NIL. You see what's going on with them.
Yes. Yep.
So,
They just dropped the game to Georgia Tech. Yep.
yeah.
Salute Stephen Boone. But let me finish these scores because I want to get to that Bud fight. Let me.
It's Beezy. What up, dog?
Stephen Boone.
By the way, my dog is Beezy. He's an Eagles fan, by the way. So he was all off season. Boy, you're talking about them Eagles. So yes, sir.
I bet he got a lot to talk about. I don't blame him. But Big 12, man.
My dog wasn't taken too kindly on the Jalen Hurts slander. You know what I mean? So
Hey,
fly Eagles fly out here.
Jalen Hurts is doing what he's supposed to. People talking about, he ain't that good of a quarterback. He just along for the ride. Somebody throwing that motherfucking rock. You know?
All I know is Jalen Hurts got a ring. That's all I know. I don't know how he got it, but he got one, and he was starting quarterback. No, we ain't gonna act like he's Trent Dilfer now. We ain't gonna do that now.
No, and that's the thing.
No.
You know, we talked about that in depth, but I think just Cam Newton just was trying to hold Jalen Hurts to his standard. But dude, he in a much better situation than you was in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And again, Cam Newton doing what he's supposed to do because you know why? You see him on ESPN, so everything he's doing is working.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck, Joe. I can't tell people how to run their life, this, that, and the third. But if I had Cam Newton cachet or whatever, I'm not telling you to turn on a bag, but hey, I think I'll stick with my show. I really wouldn't even worry about ESPN, but that's my personal opinion, you know.
I think he's still doing this show.
You got a good point.
I think he does ESPN Monday and Friday and doesn't show the rest of the other days.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
but hold on, Cook. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Look what Shannon Sharp is doing. He was everywhere during fight week. He killing it. He did interviews with Caleb Plant. A lot of fighters.
Triple H, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
So he like fuck ESPN. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, then more like fuck him, but you know. I'm sorry, lady. Sorry, my daughter. I know you're listening. Sorry, my language. I'm sorry, my baby. Listen, I'm talking crazy.
Let me tone down to language as well.
Yeah, ESPN probably said F them. You know what I mean? Hey.
Yeah. We sorry, baby, but I think the point I'm trying to make is I think when you get on a platform of that magnitude, salute to Abel Mahari. He kind of pointed this out. Basically, he was saying, you can't be raw, uncut, and unfiltered. You got to kind of temper your opinion because, you got sponsors and this, that, and the third. So you just can't say whatever you want to say or whatever. Certain things gonna rock the boat. And I think when you got your own platform, you kind of do what you do. I mean, we just going to take 7-8. We're going to say True Boxing Talk. If you take True Boxing Talk and put it maybe on like network television, I don't think it'll hit the same as it was hitting on YouTube because guess what? Black could say whatever he want. 7-8 was able to say whatever he wanted. CC was able to say whatever she wanted. So that's what made that platform just such an amazing show on YouTube. I don't think it'd hit the same if it would have been on network television. You know what I'm saying? To this day, in my personal opinion, I think True Boxing Talk probably the best You
For
too,
sure.
so I've seen it in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
For
sir.
sure.
For
For
sure.
sure.
Hey,
But I know with Cam ain't got that many sponsors on his show. You know, his show doing numbers. It ain't like Unc had Cola Guard, he had DraftKings, he had Roll Spots, he had Boost Mobile. Cam ain't got all that yet. So he might need to get on ESPN to get some more exposure. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's true too. That's a valid point.
yeah.
and Anthony Bo said, "I'm glad Clemson is losing though." I hope Jada Six
Yeah,
ain't here.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
ain't hear
I ain't got no love for Dabo. I hope. Hey, from Dabo talking point, he supposed to quit coaching. He
Yeah,
ain't supposed to be there. Oh, if
It
they
may
do
be
the
time.
NIL, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Hey, you
He
still
may.
running down that hill? You still running down that hill, ain't you? Okay, just checking.
well,
All
I
right,
ain't
just
gonna lie.
checking.
Hey, you see how the leveling of the playing field, how it ran Saban on. So I wouldn't be surprised if it does run Dabo out again.
Good point. All that
I
old
mean,
guard of high tier coaches are starting to drop off slowly but
I
surely.
mean,
Yeah.
unless he willing to come to the swag and coach it like Alcorn State or something, which I doubt.
Wow,
I'm sure he
wow.
ain't taking that much of a
Well, you
pay
don't
cut.
want
Yeah,
Dabo
dude.
Sweeney, boy. You trying to get your players list? Boy, don't get that man
No, no,
down
oh
there,
no, no,
man.
no.
Come on,
I'm
man. Don't get...
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, if he, I always talk about how we don't want white head coach. Look, I'm already saying how we don't want white head coaches in the swag. But hell, if he came to Southern, shit, I'm gonna be on with you. I take him. I'm gonna keep it a
Southern,
buck.
Southern need help, I guess. I don't
Oh hell yeah! Shoot, hey,
Dabo barely like black people, barely less black players. You want him at Southern? Come on now, come on.
no,
You
no, no,
want to
no.
do?
I didn't. I'm not advocating for him to come.
I know you're
But
not, but I'm
but if
just
he
saying.
look, I'm gonna keep it a
just the
buck, Joe.
thought
I ain't even
funny
gonna
as
lie
hell.
about it. I ain't gonna even lie about it, Joe. You know my stance on that, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. If he would be willing to come to Southern, I damn for sure take him. You did, but I
Airy.
don't think he's gonna
Anyway,
take that kind of pay
uh
cut, though, brother. He ain't taking that kind of pay cut. Like we talking
no,
to
he
Mr.
not.
Sean Foster in a group chat. Man, you know good and doggone well he ain't gonna take a small percentage of what he was getting at UCLA to come to no Southern. Man, no, it ain't happening, bro.
That would be hilarious, though.
Bro.
Dabo Sweeney at Southern or Grambling, that'd be hilarious.
That definitely would be hilarious, bro. Dabo won't be allowed to go to certain meetings and shit. Country
Yeah.
club.
He gonna turn Southern to a sundown town. He go down
Oh no.
For real.
there.
Man, hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, he won the Celebration Bowl. Guess what? He'll be beloved on the bluff, you dig?
Oh man. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead.
Well, salute to Autism Boy, man. Yeah, congratulations to Bud Crawford and Jay Barr. He said congratulations to Bud Crawford and the best in our era. We're gonna get to that. And yeah, your coach, yeah, Jay Barr, your coach still winning. I can't
Nah,
see the
they
score.
down.
Oh damn. Okay.
21-13.
I want Daniel Jones to mess up. So he can put A Rich back in. Anthony Bolton said Dabo Swinney is literally the highest paid state employee in the state. He ain't going nowhere.
You can say the same thing about Brian Kelly. So that's why he having these meltdowns in the post game press conference even after won. Because guess what? Just like on our side of the time, we expect Southern to win championships every year. Hell, on the other side of town, the Tigerland, they want him to win the national championship every year. If he don't make the playoffs, guess what? They probably gonna fire him. You dig?
Hey, all I know is I was at the game when Clemson beat Alabama. They played out here in the Bay Area. Dabo Swing is gonna get enough chances as he needs, just like Mac Brown. He gonna be there a long time, So they gonna have to literally go 0 and whatever for several years for him to get fired.
Oh yeah, because he definitely getting that bread. I can tell you that now.
Yeah. Well, fellas, let me go ahead and wrap up these scores, man. So we can get to the Bud section. A good cook though. Good cook. Arizona beat Kansas State 23-17. Man, I thought Kansas State was up. when I last saw the score yesterday, but they came back and won. Um, but what we were just talking about, New Mexico upset UCLA 35-10. The coach Deshaun Foster is got the boot, so they're looking for another head coach.
We got a spot for you
Ohio,
in Jaguar Nation if Fred McNair don't work out, you know.
yeah, so yeah,
Boy,
that's the coach you need. Hell, that's
boy,
what.
I want everybody at Southern, boy.
Well, you got to realize they made
Boy,
Fred McNair the co-OC, but I mean, if they lose to Jackson, he might go from co-OC to interim head coach. But we'll see
you
how
sure?
it play out, you
You
know.
sure you want a coach who just went 0-3 on the coaching your roster? You sure about that?
Man, I mean, hey, y'all saying that if you playing higher level LCS, he should come to the. I mean, higher level FBS, he should come to the SWAC and dominate. You see how Prime's struggling at Colorado. You know what I'm saying?
He's struggling. He's struggling this year, but hey, okay, all right, we're gonna see. Okay.
I mean, hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, because you the one saying, hey, you got these Hall of Fame caliber coaches like Ed Reed and Marshall Falk and the
Mhm.
type of cats. Hey, I
Mhm.
mean, you got to do what you got to do to get where you want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, if you're gonna get Foster in there, get Ed Reed in there. Go ahead, Jared.
Well, I mean,
Right.
if I'm gonna take Ed Reed, I could take Marshall Falk too. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm right there
I don't
with
think it's
you.
gonna get to that point though. You know,
Bring back Eddie George too. He had Bowling Green. Hey, you know,
how
go
he
back.
doing at Bowling Green? Is he struggling or not?
I don't think he's
That's a
struggling.
good question.
I don't think he's struggling.
I ain't even watched Bowling Green.
I think that hey, Jerry, I'm gonna look it up. Why you doing the scores? I'll let you know.
All
All
right,
right. And Florida dropped another game. LSU beat them 2010. That's what
5 interceptions. Dang.
DJ Lagway had 5
I
interceptions.
wonder how
Man,
much NIL money he get.
a lot, but they
Well, hey,
They about to recoup all that shit.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they was gonna pull him after like the second one, but they stuck with him, and then I realized, yeah, man, this boy was for them to stick with him, he must be getting a whole lot of NIL bread.
oh, you know it. You know it. Oregon beat off Northwestern 34-14. This is the game that disappointed me, but we just saw Miami show they were the better Florida squad, beating South Florida.
Yes,
Excuse
sir.
me, Byron Brown and his South Florida Bulls,
Yeah.
49-12. So real fast and a quick answer because I want to move on. South Florida, last week we were celebrating South Florida upsetting 2 ranked
Mm-hmm.
teams. Was it
Mm-hmm.
just those 2 teams South Florida beat, or they were just
Bad team.
overratedly ranked bad teams, or
Yeah.
Miami is just that damn good?
Hey, I think it's
How
a
much was?
combination of both. Based
Mm,
on what I saw last night from Florida ain't it, but the U seem like they're back to being a U, you know.
Yeah,
Both.
I think a little bit of everything.
okay, all
And
right.
and Bowling Green is 2-1. They beat Lafayette 26-7. They lost to Cincinnati 34-20, and they beat Liberty 23-13. The next game is gonna be against Louisville, so we gonna see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna definitely see.
ULL ain't that good anyway, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're not. Uh, Man, probably one of the best games that happened. Um, Beside next to Texas A&M and Notre Dame, Georgia came back and beat Tennessee 44-41.
Woo!
Damn good game. Damn
Like,
good game.
real good game.
Texas A&M beats Notre Dame just by 1 point, 41-40. Another good game. Shout out to Marcel Reese. Texas had to looked bad, even though they beat UTEP 27-10. Arch Manning looked bad, fellas. He
Hey,
looked bad.
he getting 6.2. Guess what? They gonna ride him out. You feel?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
And then two of the upsets that happened. Georgia Tech upset Clemson 24-21.
Yes, sir.
And Vanderbilt upset South Carolina
Mm-hmm. Now that
31-7.
now that's an upset there. I ain't see that coming at all.
Me neither.
I did. Oh, did my boy get hurt? Did Sellers get hurt
Yeah, he
or
did get hurt
something?
actually. Yeah, he did get hurt.
Oh, okay.
And I ain't
Oh,
Yeah,
gonna
he got
lie,
hurt
Jada
there.
Six, and Jada Six, if you catch the replay, he was the one that was feeling funny about this game. He said on uh on Big Reg's show that he was because Vanderbilt it can be a trap game. Has been trap games lately. So yeah. Okay, Oklahoma beat Temple. Um Iowa State barely beat Arkansas State. Ole Miss had to beat off Arkansas with a stick 41-35. Alabama beat up on Wisconsin. Utah beat up on Wyoming. Good. Damn Wyoming. Y'all ever heard of the Wyoming 14?
No, what is that?
14
No, I
black
haven't. No,
players
I haven't.
in the
Mm-mm.
70s? Well, they Wyoming was one of the best teams in the nations I'm forgetting it was either 60s. I want to say the 70s. Yeah, the 70s, and they played BYU, and it's very racial BYU because what they believe. Um, they was they were very racist toward the 14 black BYU players. Excuse me, Wyoming players. So a lot of the 14 players basically protested and said that wasn't right to be treated like that. So the punk ass Wyoming racist hillbilly coach fired them, or excuse me,
Cut 'em.
kicked him off the team. Yeah,
All right.
and ever since then they've been losing. So I was like, so Colorado plays Wyoming next. So I hope they beat the shit out of them as well. But how
Yeah, I think they're
Colorado's
gonna
been
beat them.
playing, but yeah, I'm hoping they definitely beat them. So the hell with Wyoming. Texas Tech beat up on Oregon State 45-14. Michigan blew out Central Michigan. Auburn beat up on South Alabama. Memphis beat Troy 28-7. Missouri blew out Louisiana. Lafayette. Buffalo was in a close game with Kent State 31-28. Baylor blew out Sanford. Nebraska blew out Houston Christian. Maryland blew out Townsend. Virginia blew out William and Mary. Delaware barely beat UConn 44-41. My Tar Heels beat up on Richmond 41-6. Rutgers beat up on Michael Vick's Norfolk State 60-10. Let me get some closer games. West Virginia beat Pittsburgh 31-24. SMU was struggling with Missouri State, but they ended up winning 28-10. Southern UCS was struggling with Purdue, but they beat them 33-17. The Southern California Trojans. Like Big Joe said, Bowling Green beat Liberty 23-13. Middle Tennessee barely beat Nevada 14-13. That's about it, fellas. There really no other games that really matter. Stanford beat Boston College. That's about it. That's That's the scores. And of course, if you want to see all the scores, please you can go to the ncaa.com to see it, or just Google it. If I missed your team, but let's go into boxing, y'all. Congratulations to Terrence Bud Crawford by winning unanimous decision against Saul Saul Canelo Alvarez last night. It was a masterful, masterful performance that Bud put on. Now you got people on the internet that either lost a bet, they put money on Canelo, and, and thought Canelo was going to steamroll Terrence Crawford. That didn't happen. They mad as hell. And of course, you got a lot of the being real. A lot of the Mexican fans are salty. A lot of the coon Sambo blacks are salty, saying that Bud Crawford ran and didn't stay in the pocket. Everyone under the sound of my voice, if you hear people that are saying that, are trying to spread that narrative, they either prejudice, racist, or they don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to boxing. There were many points of that fight where Bud stood in the pocket and traded with Canelo and showed him the sweet science of boxing, using his legs, using angles. But to go to my panel's thoughts, Coach 67 Sports TV, what was your thoughts on the fight?
Uh, like you said, I think it was a master class performance. Uh, at the end of the day, you gonna always have, these jigs like, Taco Hat, or, you're gonna have the racist individuals. But at the end of the day, I think Terrence Bud Crawford, he solidified the fact that he's the greatest fighter of this generation in terms of his era. I mean, this boy became undisputed in his third different weight class, like this elite level stuff. And then another thing people don't realize, he didn't even. I mean, just in all actuality, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Really, he was a junior middleweight beating up on a super middleweight. And I mean, he just dog walked him. You know what I'm saying? And there's weight classes for reasons, but you got to be elite level special. Like you got to be a special fighter. Elite level like Roy Jones Jr. Like
You cut out, Coach. Coach, you cut out, man. We can't hear you. If you can hear me, go in and go back out. Or go out and go back in. Yeah, he cut out. Coach, if you can hear me, I'm gonna let you finish your point when you get back on. Big Joe, what was your thoughts on the fight?
Thoughts on the fight? Yeah. Before the fight even happened, I had Terrence Crawford winning. I expected him to win this fight. I expected him to win because he has all the attributes mentally, physically, spiritually, and he embodies a fighter's lifestyle. All that embodied is a fighter who's not afraid of anybody, who's going to come with a game plan to win, going to execute the game plan to win, and is going to do what he needs to do and going to be disciplined for all 12 rounds. You saw a fighter who was, like I said, he was disciplined, he studied, he listened to his team, he stayed in the gym, which is the reason why he put on the weight properly, which is why he looked comfortable at 168 pounds. Everybody said he's going to gas out. Everybody says he can't hold the weight. Everybody says he ain't ready for this. And meanwhile, he went out there looking like he can go 12 more rounds. And Canelo, the person who's been at that weight for a long time, looked like he was ready to stop. So this was Terry Crawford's time. I knew that he was going to use this moment to solidify his legacy. He wasn't going to let this moment pass just because he happened to be in the ring with Canelo. Now, Charlo was happy to do that, happy to get a good, quick $10 million payday. Meanwhile, Bud said, "You know what? I'll take the $60 million, and I'm going to take the belts off of you." So I knew Bud was going to win. I expect Bud to knock him out. I expect Bud to dominate him all 12 rounds. We all know Canelo was up. He already has 4 rounds before the fight even starts. Hence the reason why he got the 115, 113 card, which was outrageous. So Bud stood in the pocket. Bud boxed around him. Bud countered him. Bud did everything that you could possibly do to win the fight. To the point to where Canelo got frustrated. Canelo got lumped up, and Canelo even turned his back multiple times because he was totally outclassed by Crawford. So Crawford spent 2 years to get ready for this fight. And shout out to Bill Haney by putting the bug in his ear. Hey, bro, you can beat Canelo. What do you mean I can beat Canelo, bro? Canelo, forget EJ. Canelo, that's your fight. He put the bug in his ear. Bud received, what Wilder always say, speak and believe, received it. He received it, spoke into it, and went out there and executed. Shout out to Bud. Shout out to Bomac for putting together the game plan that they did. He kept Bud comfortable. Bud listened to his corner. They knew what they was doing. The corner was no disarray. You didn't have 4 or 5 guys talking. What are we doing next? Bud looked calm and collected. Bomac gave him sound, proper instructions, and they executed the game plan. That was a masterclass boxing. There was no running, as the fan bases are saying now. Canelo didn't say he was running, so why y'all saying he was running? Because after the William Skull fight, what's the first thing Canelo said? After this fight, all he can do is give him credit because, again, look at his face. Look at the memes of Canelo's chin touching his shoulder and all that kind of stuff. Everybody seen the video of Crawford hit Canelo. Canelo's like, "What the hell was that?" That's a look. That's a look of a guy who had to give his respect. So shout out to Bud Crawford. Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
Look, I didn't mean to interrupt because you were cooking. Because just want to add on, and a lot of people didn't catch. And shout out to Ocho Cinco and Uncle Shannon. They caught where in the 12th round, if this would have been a 15-round fight, Canelo would have got knocked out, bro.
Oh yeah, because, for
sure. His legs were starting to leave him. Because after Bud got hit, Bud hit Canelo with a combination. When Canelo went back, to reset, it looked like he was trying to do the salsa. Like he was trying to dance.
He was doing the stanky leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the Macarena.
Right. So yeah.
No. Bud has power. I knew everybody said, I don't know. Bud was 140 some pounds deadlifting 4 plates. That boy got power. Now he's at a weight to where he's comfortable. He's even stronger. He filled out. So yeah, he's gonna have power. So shout out to Bud. He is a top 5 dead or alive. Even everybody in the arena, Mexican fans or not, they had to give him his credit. There was no booing. There was no, this is a robbery. Everybody, what they say, I can't unseen what I seen. Everybody saw what happened. So everybody, all the naysayers that say belts don't matter, legacies don't matter, I'm just here to get my bag and leave. Bud not only submitted his legacy, not only did Bud collect all the belts, Bud also got paid.
Yes,
60 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. He didn't get 10 million, he got about 50, 60 million. And he got all the hardware. He has been, Ring Magazine is celebrating him by showing all his accomplishments. not pay-per-view buys, not how much he got paid, all the belts. So everybody saying boxing is dead. Boxing is still here. Hence the reason why 70,000 people showed up to Allegiant Stadium and sold it out, where floor seats was 12,000 and nosebleed was 700, and that was filled out from top to bottom. Boxing ain't dead. Boxing's alive when the best fight the best. Not when you have people, making excuses for not making fights happen. Congratulations to Bud Crawford. He's the perfect example to what all fighters strive to be: dedicated, disciplined, loyal to your team, and living a fighter's lifestyle.
Yes, sir. And shout out to my brother D man Junior. He said, "My brothers, man. Salute, man. Always coming in and supporting us, man." Um, Coach, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. I received the call, and I sent them the voicemail, but it threw me off though. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. Continue your point, brother.
I mean, basically what I was saying. This is legendary type stuff. This is the all-time. Bud Crawford is an all-time great, despite what people may say. He is the greatest fighter of his era. He's exceeded my expectations. You got to give that brother his flowers. He did his thing. And at the end of the night, people can say what they want in terms of, oh, he ran, he this, he that. He put on a masterclass performance. He is an all-time great. And I'm going to just keep it a buck. I'm giving Bud his props more than anything, but I always felt like Canelo was a hype job to begin with, He got dog walked the same way by Floyd when he fought Floyd. In addition to that, he didn't fight either Charlo brother or Demetrius Andrade when it was in their prime. And the Charlo brother that did fight him, when he fought him, he was so happy to be there. He just kind of laid down and let Canelo urinate in his mouth, you know what I'm saying? And this boy has ducked David Benavidez like the plague for like the last 5 or 6 years. The only fighter he did fight that people want to see him fight was Triple G, and that was because his fan base wanted to see him fight him. And in all actuality, that was the only real fight Triple G had his whole career, if you ask me. So at the end of the day, I knew Bud was going to win. I was hoping he could have got the knockout, but he didn't get it. But either way, this is some all-time great, legendary type stuff, Night of Legends type stuff, you did.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. JB, going to you, man. What's your thoughts on the fight?
I mean, it basically went how I predicted it. It could have went. I did say that if Chance got comfortable in there, if he felt his power wasn't threatened, it was gonna be ugly. It wasn't gonna be a close fight. I was looking at the first 5 rounds to see you know, if Canelo hit him with something, if he was gonna, run, or if he was gonna be, more of a boxer, keep him on the stick. But after the 5 rounds, when I saw Terrence kind of stand his ground and let him know, hey, I'm here too, I said, oh, this is pretty much over. This is over. Um, uh, Especially with the like, if you go watch the Charlo fight, once the Charlos got hit with a good punch, he was more defensive. And that Joker was running. He was trying to survive. Bud didn't do that. Bud, worked his angles. You know, he was against the ropes a little bit, but he spun out of there. And then he showed in the clinch that he was just as strong as Canelo in the clinches. It was a fantastic fight, historic fight, and congrats to the pound for pound king, Terrence Crawford. I don't want to hear shit about no Inoue.
Facts.
I'm done.
Facts, man. Anthony Bolton, I'm gonna ask you the same thing that I asked D-Man Jr. A couple of weeks ago. After the show, just put a message in the regular comment section. Because when I try to give you a wrench, I can't find you. So just put like a message, just say hi or whatever, and I can give you a wrench that way, brother. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was a amazing performance that Terrence Crawford put on, man. Uh, and one thing I knew he wasn't gonna have issues because a lot of times with certain fighters, if they put on, if they go up 2 weight classes, man, they gonna be slow. Um, you know, and they're gonna get tired fast because they had put a lot a put on a lot of muscle and weight. But here's one thing I knew, being a former wrestler, um, and looking at Crawford's body type. And Big Joe pointed this out in the group chat. He carried the weight awesome. He didn't look bloated. He didn't look fat. He looked almost as big. He was as big as Canelo at 168. And I was like, oh shit. Bud carrying this weight good. And then when the fight happened, when I saw Bud moving exactly as like he would move at 147 or even 154, I said, okay, Canelo's gonna have an issue.
I
It was
want to
just a
ask y'all
master
brothers this
class.
question. I don't
Go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off, bro. Do you think that
No, you
weigh-in
good.
weight of 158 was correct? Because he looked bigger than that to me last night.
You mean 168?
No. What I saw when they say weigh-in, they said he was 158. They didn't say he was the full 168 limit from what I saw. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I saw something
No,
wrong.
that was wrong. No, they both weighed in
Yeah,
at
I'm wrong.
167.5. Both of
167.5.
them.
All right.
Both of them. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, both of them weighed in at 167.5, man. But yeah, shout out to he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
I think he don't have to, like your point, Jared. He didn't have to squeeze down to 140, 150. I think he was comfortable at 160 something, and he probably carried just as much of power, even more, because of that. He don't have to squeeze down to a lower weight. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can see it. You can see it in the later rounds where he was tagging Canelo. Canelo was like, "Yo, man, this shit hurt." Just look at Canelo's face. He was dejected, and he just knew he was losing. So
He was in
And,
there with somebody who
and
was an elite fighter that was very alert and gonna make you pay. Go ahead, Big Joe.
they say Bud ain't got no power, but Bud hit Canelo with a body shot, you know what I mean? And he lifted his legs up. They say Bud ain't got no power, but when Bud hit Canelo, he didn't spun around, act like he didn't want to be in there no more. Nobody ain't talking about
Yeah,
that though. He did that
just I would
twice.
tell everybody, yes, I would tell everybody go watch those last two rounds. When
Yeah.
especially in the 12th round, because when motherfuckers got to lead, they they try to box and stay away from him like Floyd used to do to make sure he get the lead. But nah, Terrence
Yeah.
forced the action. He said, "Yeah, I got the lead. I'm still gonna beat your ass." And he hit him with a combination. And Canelo, Canelo being a Mexican warrior, he tried, but you can tell he was staggered and he was getting worn down, like we was talking about. His legs was visibly going. He was trying to, you know, take the fight to him, but he was just a step too slow. And
Yeah.
I agree with and And I told Jerry, you remember that? I said if this was one more round, I think Bud would have would have stopped Canelo. And Shannon Sharp on his show said the same thing. If
Yeah.
this was a 15-round fight, he would have stopped Canelo.
This is
What?
what this is what Big Joe and JB talking about. That punch that spun his
Yeah.
head around that happened in the last
Mm-hmm.
2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
If this was a 15-round fight, he would have got more of it.
Mm.
He got
You know,
more of
I
it.
for the build up to this fight, I heard a lot of people say Bud got too much dog in him. That dog is gonna catch him in trouble. That dog gonna get him caught. He's gonna get caught in the stain. He's gonna want to get his lick back. I said on the brother Stormy B Man show, shout out to Stormy. I said he
Right.
may have too much dog in him, but that dog in you can make somebody submit too.
Yeah.
That dog can be too much pressure for somebody to where they'll be like, man, I ain't sign up for all this now. I signed up for some of it. But I ain't sign up for all of it. Bud's dog was able to make Canelo uncomfortable. That dog was make that dog is the reason why Canelo was frustrated. This fight, Bud won in all elements. You can't say nothing that he didn't do that Canelo tried to do. He he stood toe to toe in the exchange with him. He countered him. He jabbed him. Body shots, movements on the run, clinched him and turned him, pressed the action, ring generalship. He did everything to the point to where Canelo at the end had nothing to say, but he was the better man and won. What else you gonna say?
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Fans
ahead
can
and
say
say
whatever.
this.
Fans can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Canelo know what happened.
Yeah, he do.
Canelo was in there. Y'all did talking. The fact that Canelo showed respect to Terrence, showed respect to him after the fight. Well, before, during. Well, Canelo got so frustrated he even headbutted him. So a little bit of that dirt, that little bit of that Reynoso camp came out. He Canelo tried everything, even to headbutt him. That's how frustrated he was. After you throw all that in the kitchen sink and you still getting dog walked, all you can do is salute him, shake his hand, and say you the better man. That's all you can do.
And not only that, but just to kind of piggyback on your point, Canelo gas tank is trash too. So y'all 100% accurate. I think had it been a 15-round fight, yeah, Bud would have definitely stopped him.
If you talk, oh, there you
Absolutely.
go.
Absolutely. And yeah, I was on mute. But and this is my opinion. Y'all may think I'm tripping. I think, especially this version of Terrence Crawford, either at 154 or whatever, even at 147, I think he knocks out Money Mayweather.
Man, hey, you must have read my mind, bro. I see the exact same thing to keep it a buck.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Hey, them, hey, them unscrupulous Negroes. They listen to what them folks say anyway. Canelo said he better than Mayweather, so I'm agreeing with Canelo. That's what y'all do anyway.
Yeah. And Canelo was the man that he got his ass whooped by both men, so he would know. But I'm just saying, just what y'all saw last night is when the predator meets the hunter. The predator know how to hunt other animals on, you know, in the forest but when a hunter studies the predator, knows his patterns, know where it goes at, where it goes for food, where it sleeps, knows how to break the predator down. And that's what we saw last night. That's what we saw last night. It was beautiful as far as boxing. Um, anything else y'all want to before we go into NFL?
Oh yes, sir. You know I got to do this.
Go ahead.
I this is two things real quick. One way I knew Bud was gonna win was I seen the look in his eyes. A lot of folks say the face off don't matter and all that kind of stuff. Bud had that same look when he fought EJ. That same look of I'm confident, I'm ready, and I'm running right through you. There's nothing you can do about it. He had that same look at the last press conference face off. He had that same look at the weigh-in face off, and he had that same look when they were in the ring touching gloves. That look ain't changed one bit. That's how I knew. Okay, yeah. Bud came to play. Bud didn't come to play. You know what I mean? Like he said, all the running he was doing was run up beside Canelo's head. And the second thing, this is the fight that I want to see. I want to see Bud Crawford versus Tank Davis. Because Tank Davis is fighting somebody at 195 pounds, and Bud fights at 168. You know what? I think that would be a good fight. You didn't disrespected Crawford. You didn't disrespected that man's wife. Disrespected everybody in this whole camp. This will be a good fight build up, and this will be a good money fight. You can't say there ain't no money involved in fighting Crawford. You just seen what he just did with 70,000 people. So I want to see the gorilla, the great ape, and Javante Tanisha Davis. I want to see him go against the pound for pound best, top 5 dead or alive, Terrence Crawford. I want you to back up all you've been talking about on social media in that man's face.
Yeah, talking about everybody meat rotting and all that. I'm like, boy, man, you hating, bro. Why are you hating, Tank? You know you're not striving for greatness.
That boy gotta hate because look who his mentor is. The biggest hater of all time.
That's ridiculous. He just fought probably one of the top 10 Mexican fighters of all time, regardless of what we think of. Y'all know how all of us in the panel think about Canelo, but regardless, you know what I'm saying? You sitting up here fighting a dude that just started boxing a couple of years ago. You need to shut up, bro.
What you need to do is get Lamont Roach's rematch.
That's a fact.
He don't want that smoke, bro. He don't want that smoke.
If we meet Ryan Bud Crawford, then why you meet Ryan J. Paul and fighting him and you the B side?
Talking about he ain't bowing down to Turkey and kissing the ring, and you kissing Jake Paul ring. Come on, bro.
Can I be honest with y'all? People talking about Terrence Crawford, that was too much weight. I knew it wasn't going. I did have concerns about the weight, but then it kicked. Oh yeah, he a wrestler. He'll be all right. He know how to carry the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what Tank is doing, that may be a little bit too much weight for him. Cause that white boy can punch.
Hey.
Nah, he gonna beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
I don't know, man. He may walk up to something.
Who?
Tank gonna beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
You sure about that? You mean
sure?
Tank gonna? You know these fights ain't real. You know that, don't you? You know. On the contract, they say you can't knock out Jake Paul. You know that, don't you?
Oh,
you know, Jake. You know, they said on the banner it says MVP Promotions and Netflix. I don't see GTD nowhere. So you sure he gonna get dog well? You sure about that?
No, I just changed my mind. I just changed my mind. I think.
Okay.
I forgot about the XP. See, I'm talking about what's supposed to happen.
This is exhibition.
But the money say
this is WrestleMania, brother.
That's all it is, bro.
But
we just seen
the money say
last night. That's WrestleMania.
Damn, good point.
Because I don't
we
know.
We got Rey Mysterio and Javante Tank Davis going up against Jake Paul. Be like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn.
Triple H.
I was thinking more like the Big Show, but you know.
Oh no. Jake Paul ain't that big, you know.
Well, compared to Tank, he is, and this would let me know that all these Jake Paul fights be rigged, right? You know, when especially his brother, and Floyd was whooping up on the Paul brother. Floyd could have stopped that boy, and then all of a sudden, Floyd just took his foot off the gas. I said, "Oh man, if he wanted to, he could have stopped him right then and there." That's how I know that these fights be rigged. Even Tyson, man, Tyson won. That first round, Tyson was throwing something. Then after that, Tyson wasn't doing something. So you're right, Big Joe.
No.
Hey, this
So
is a rigged fight.
So JB, what we not gonna do, we're not gonna start comparing Jake Paul and Tank to this. We all know that's
No.
garbage. That's garbage box.
Who did that? I just said what's about to be
No. I'm just saying.
right.
I'm just saying that's not real fighting. What we saw was real fighting last night. So
Gotcha.
Tank is supposed to. Okay, let's say even in real life, Tank is not a dedicated fighter. Tank gonna be in the gym. Remember, Tank's a little guy. He 130, 135. Now he's gonna fight somebody at 196 at a catch weight. We seen Tank when he's at 180. He look like a Cabbage Patch dog. You think Tank gonna have the stamina and the tenacity to beat Jake Paul at 180? When he's not a disciplined fighter and he's already ready to step out and retire? You sure about that? Against Jake Paul, who's getting tutelage from all the best. They're giving him all the secrets. All the black fighters giving him all the secrets. And he paying them well too. Jellion Love is getting paid over there, getting Rolexes and everything, flying jets and all that kind of stuff. You think he ain't gonna have a game plan to fight Tank?
Oh yes.
In a real box, I'm just saying. Hey, Jake Paul might be whatever, but Jake Paul, he's 6-7 years pro, 10 years pro now.
Yeah, I think the outcome predetermined anyway. If you ask me, that's my personal opinion.
Oh, for sure, yeah, it's rigged. It's Triple H versus Rey Mysterio. Come on now.
Yeah.
All I know is if this, I'm just gonna put this in the pot, and that's gonna be it. Let this cook. If this fight is even close as it should be, he ain't gonna never get this his reputation back. Because a lot of even the casual fans saying they don't want to see this fight. He shouldn't be fighting this fight. Don't make sense. After everybody thought, especially you got knocked down against a smaller guy, which is Lamont Roach, talking about something in your eye. You got something in your eye, pink. What do you say? Pink hair, moisture, something like that.
Yeah.
Something was in his eye, all right. A fist was in his eye.
So, man, this is not gonna go good for his reputation if this fight is this close.
I'll say this for sure. I don't think anybody said this regarding Crawford and Canelo. Shout out to Bud and shout out to Canelo. You can't forget, Canelo was going to fight Jake Paul. He was going to get that Jake Paul back. It was announced 24 hours later. He rescinded. Turkey Al-Sheikh came with the bag, and he agreed to fight Terrence. He didn't have to fight Terrence. He couldn't have to give him that opportunity. But he said, okay. He felt like he could beat Terrence, and without Canelo, Terrence is not on the stage where he's at right now. So shout out to Canelo for showing up and doing the best that he could. He didn't make no excuses. You know what I mean? He went in there and gave it a good old college try. He lost his belts, but at least he showed up. At least he made the big fight. That goes for more than half the fighters that we have in the going right now. Everybody talk about making big fights. We got Teofimo calling out everybody. They still ain't fight nobody. Shakur Stevenson the same way. Still can't make the big fights. You got Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul. Rider season is pulling everybody's cards now. You want to get paid, you're going to have to play. You know what I mean? So it's a Super Bowl every time Turkey Al-Sheikh put on the card. You're going to have to play now. So shout out to Canelo for showing up and recognizing real. He may be a drug cheat, he may be a cherry pick, but he still has some semblance of old boxing in him. And he recognizes what's going on. So, and he even had the balls to check Max Kellerman when he was too busy sucking up on Dana White. He's talking about, man, Clown said, hey, man, this boxing, man, he here because of us. Man, he here because of Dana White. Boxing's alive. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Canelo.
Shout out to Canelo, man. Had a little technical issues, but I'm back on. Shout out to Anthony Bo. He said, I truly believe that Bud Crawford fight with Sean Porter prepared him for Canelo. Okay. I can see why you could Porter rough and rugged style. You got to fight him in the phone booth. Yeah. Let me see. And salute my brother Brent Fox. He said, salute brothers on the move, but still supporting. Always, brother. Always, man. Appreciate you. I don't know why my computer is lagging like this. But,
Yeah, the HBCU fanatics in the building.
for real. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Tank gonna take a dive just like Mike Tyson did against Jake Paul. Okay. No, you good, JB. All right, man. Let's go into these NFL scores, and we're gonna wrap it up, man. Yeah, as soon as this. All right. So, as we know, the Giants and the Cowboys. I'm waiting for it to update. Again, I really do apologize. The computer lagging.
While Jared getting it together, if y'all want to see some good boxing, if you didn't see the whole card yesterday, go back on Netflix and watch the Billy Martinez fight. You want to see about two guys who were slugging it out. You want to talk about, letting your nuts hang and all that. Both of those guys, they literally threw the same combinations. Whatever you can do, I can do better for all 10 rounds. That was a phenomenal fight. They got a standing ovation. That should have been the co-main, not the Walsh Vargas fight.
Walsh and Vargas fight. Yeah, that was some bullshit.
So for everybody, go back on Netflix and check out the Billy Martinez fight. From round 1 to 10, they were out there doing their thing. Shout out to both fighters.
Shout out to both fighters, man. Finally got the scores up. Thank you for that, Big Joe. Packers on Thursday, as we know, beat the Commanders 27-18. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Commanders was gonna have a better showing than that. Packers looked like the better team from start to finish. Giants
defense looked good too.
Yeah, Michael Parsons looked like he ain't missed a beat, man. Cowboys barely beat the Giants today. 40-37 in overtime.
Russell Wilson showed up 2 times during the during the first and fourth quarter in overtime. I throwing the interception. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he did. Steelers get dog walked by the Seahawks 31-17.
Really? Ooh, I missed that one. Ooh. Yeah. To the Seahawks, who's their quarterback?
The Seahawks.
Is boy with the Vikings?
Sam Darnold, yep. And he threw 2 interceptions too. So did Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Shout out to the Seahawks.
Shout out to the Seahawks. Man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Shedeur Sanders was on the board, but that collusion stuff is real. Rams, Titans. Rams beat the Titans 33-19. Bills beat the Jets 30-10. Thought the Jets was going to have a better showing, but the Bills was too much. Patriots had to come back and beat the Dolphins 33-27. Bengals had to come back and beat the Jaguars because they were down 31-27. And
Joe Burrow
Joe
got
Burrow
hurt.
was injured, so Browning had to come and save the day. 49ers barely beat coaches Saints 26-21. Real fast, Coach, what was your opinion on this game?
No, coach, no.
What happened to Coach?
Y'all dropped off somewhere. But yeah, I wanted to ask Coach. Actually, you know what? Hey, Sheldon. Let me find out y'all look better without Brock Purdy. Let me find out now.
Yeah, Coach, right here. I'm about to add him.
Yeah,
Coach, just in time. There you go.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta give him his credit. And Big Joe, right? I think they look better without Brock Purdy, if you ask
There
me,
you
in
go.
my personal opinion.
Coach, can you hear us?
Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they look
We
better
can hear you,
without
Coach.
I think they look better without Brock Purdy, in my personal opinion. The boy that played for the Patriots and played at Alabama, what his name is, Mac Jones. I think he's better than Brock Purdy.
MAGA Matt Jones.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, he looked real sharp yesterday. I mean, today, if you ask me. And I think the thing about it is, you know, even though the Saints are 2, I'm encouraged. I think Spencer Rattler, the guy, I think they need to run the ball more. The Saints defense just ain't what it used to be. I think that's the biggest issue. And I think the difference between the Saints and the 49ers, it was a good game. The Saints didn't capitalize on some of the opportunities they had. Early in the game, they should have been up by a couple scores, but they didn't take advantage of it. And at the end of the day, I think the 49ers has a better pass rush than the Saints. When the 49ers need a pass rush at the end, Joey Bosa got it going on, and then the other guy, I can't think his name, he the guy that got the sack on Spencer Rattler to pretty much end the game. But when the Saints needed a stop, they really couldn't get no stop, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was the difference in the game. But, you know, it was a pretty good scrap, you know. I'm encouraged. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate to say it. I'm more encouraged by what I see from the Saints than what I see from Southern, to keep it a buck, you know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, then Spencer Rattler played okay game today.
Oh no, I'm not
Really
gonna lie. I was saying, man, I hope they would have drafted. You know, they should have drafted Shador. Woo. I'm not gonna lie. I think Spencer Rattler's looking like he the guy of the future.
You said what, Coach? Coach, what'd you say?
Oh, Spencer Rattler looking good. I think he the quarterback of the future, if you ask me, if he could stay healthy, you know.
Yeah, hold on. You said the Saints should have drafted Shador. Is that what you said?
No, I was saying I hope that they drafted Shador. Not in the first round like you wanted. See, you wanted to see him drafted in the first round. I said the second round or later. But I'm not gonna lie. It looked like they might have did good in terms of Spencer Rattler being a guy. I still ain't sold on the boy Tyler Trash, if you ask me, but that's another story though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely hear you, Coach. Okay, let's go. What else we got here? Yeah, so we got my Ravens beating up on the Browns 41-17.
Real quick, Jerry, how many rushing yards Henry got?
Oh, he only had 20-something yards. That Browns defensive line.
Boy, I guess he eased the tackle, I guess. Hey.
I guess so. But that secondary show didn't reinforce everything else because Lamar Jackson.
It's easy to say he easy to tackle when you got Myles Garrett over there.
Right.
Oh, he easy to tackle. Hey, Myles, do your thing, man. Hey, man. Make me look good now.
Yeah, man. But that
I'm back,
Browns.
Phil.
You good? Yeah, that Browns defensive line just back in time. that Browns defensive line is the truth, but everything else, the Browns is fine.
Oh, they gonna be a problem. They got the rookie from Michigan, Mason Graham.
Yeah,
They got him, and they got another pieces that I forgot. They got
Carson
that
Swessinger from UCLA. He balled. He was everywhere in the play. He did good.
yeah he gonna be a problem, but we didn't really run with Lamar like that in this game. Lamar didn't. He just stayed in the pocket and threw. He had 4 TDs, so but that's good to see that if the Browns made us one
Dimensional.
dimensional, so we was able to win the game and still blow them out just throwing the ball. And then defense, came to play and special teams. So good win.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They. This is. I'm gonna say because I'm not gonna try to saturate the show with Baltimore Ravens talk, but we gotta fix that offensive line, man. Browns continue to expose that our guard play is trash, especially when
Yeah.
you go against a premier pass rusher in the league. In my opinion, is better than T.J. Watt. Yes, I said it. Um, just game record,
Yeah, Miles Garrett is a problem.
but we trying to hang our hat on Lamar Jackson bailing us out of stuff. But what if the pass rush gets there like today, and what if the pass the game off and we need to run the ball, and we can't run the ball because people are tackling Derrick Henry in the backfield.
What if we face somebody with an offense?
Exactly. Like we did the Bills. It's crazy. But we did what was expected. We beat up on the Browns. But let's see who we got here next, man. So okay, so I said Steelers, Seahawks. Yeah. Lions blew out the Bears 52-21. Colts are trying to come back against the Broncos 28-23. Cardinals are beating up on the Panthers 27-9. The Eagles are in a close game with the Chiefs 13-10. And the Falcons play later on today against the Vikings. And then we got 2 games tomorrow, gentlemen. We got the Buccaneers and Texans. And then later on that night, we got the Chargers, a West Coast game. We got the Chargers and Raiders. But who do y'all got these 2 games tomorrow? Buccaneers or Texans?
Texans.
Texans.
Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers, I don't
Buccaneers.
trust that Texas offensive line.
Yeah. Okay. And then Chargers Raiders.
Chargers.
I got
Chargers.
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 All right. Now we're going into week 3. Here's Dolphins Bills. Everybody gonna pick Bills. I can
Bills.
tell you right now.
Bills for sure.
Bills gonna beat the dog shit out of the Dolphins, boy. This
Yeah.
Bills by murder.
Yeah. Bengals Vikings.
Vikings.
I'll say Vikings too.
Vikings.
Texans Jaguars.
Thought you said the Texans already.
Yeah,
Oh, this
that's
is your
next
next
Oh,
week.
week.
next week. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Yeah, the Jaguars look good. I don't believe in the Texans O line, so I'll say the Jaguars.
Jags.
I think the Texans win this one. Yeah, I don't. I
Okay.
think I think Lawrence. I think what's their quarterback? Lawrence is gonna lose this game for them.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna see. Colts Titans. I got Colts.
I got the Colts too.
Uh, yeah, Coach.
You said Colts and Titans?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, um, hey, JB, I need that slogan now.
What?
What you been saying this whole time?
Oh, Coach is gonna beat the dog shit out
Yeah,
out
so
the
there you
Titans.
go, yeah. I got the Colts for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
But to be honest with you, those are conference games, division games. I meant so that's gonna be a closer game. I think Coach is gonna pull it out the end, but the Titans gonna play them tough though.
Yeah. Raiders Commanders.
Mm,
Oh,
mm. I think it's
dang.
gonna be a good.
Commanders.
It's gonna be a good bounce back game. Oh Lord, have mercy, man! I got my dog Gino. Gino. Ah,
Oh, I'm gonna still
I'm gonna
go
go
with
with the
Commanders.
Commanders. Commanders.
ah. Bowers is back. Mm. Where they playing at?
Washington, D.C.
Commanders.
Yeah, I got Commanders. Yeah.
All right. Rams Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly Eagles fly.
Fly Eagles fly.
Even, even though they ain't flying
Eagles.
now because they ain't throwing the ball. But yeah, I got Eagles. You know, more like run Eagles run.
All right. Falcons Panthers.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the
Oh,
Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah, Panthers is garbage this year.
Yeah, Falcons is terrible. And it ain't on Bryce Young either. Them receivers be dropping everything.
You said the Falcons are terrible. You mean the Panthers?
Oh yeah, the Panthers. Yeah, and it ain't on Bryce Young either.
It's just overall, yeah, I agree.
They're not a good football team in general.
Yeah. Steelers Patriots.
Uh, I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Where they playing at?
Patriots.
The Patriots.
They're playing at the Patriots.
Yeah, New England. I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I'm gonna be a playhead. I know. Oh
Yeah.
Lord, I
I'm gonna
know
go.
them folks gonna be pissed at me, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
going Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots because they just put up a phenomenal win against the Patriots have grown a lot under their new head coach. You know, so Drake May, y'all boy from UNC, you know, he seems like he's a good fit right now for the team. So hey, you know, I think the Steelers losing gonna start causing a little division. I got the Patriots. If you're talking, we can't hear you, Jerry.
For real. You on mute, bro.
This, this,
Nah,
this part, uh,
he come
this
back.
part, this
Yeah,
part
it
of the
just
show
kicked me
sponsor.
out. Stream y'all tripping this evening. Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
This part of the show sponsored by the LDBC, the Lions Den Broadcasting Community. Going back to you, Jerry.
Thank you, Big Joe. All right, yeah, we talking Steelers. Yeah, I got Patriots. So
Mhm.
Packers Browns.
Oh, Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, I
Mike,
got Packers as well.
Mike is
Packers.
gonna have a field day.
Jets, Bucks.
Nah, Bucks.
Bucks.
I don't think Fields is gonna play. He's probably got a head injury. I don't know.
Yeah, Bucks.
All right. I got the Bucks. Broncos, Chargers.
Chargers.
Mm.
That's.
Yeah, I don't believe in Bo Nix like that, but I do believe in Patrick Surtain. Yeah, I think the Chargers are on the roll. I got the Chargers.
Okay. I got the. I'm gonna go ahead and I got the Broncos.
Okay.
I got the Broncos. I just got a funny feeling. Saints, Seahawks.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Of course.
I got the Seahawks.
Man, Coach, I love you. But the Seahawks gonna beat the dog shit out the Saints.
Man, the Saints gonna get their first dub this season.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Go Spencer Rattler, go.
This might be tough. Saints may get it. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, but I would be surprised if the Saints pull it off.
I love fans like Coach. They gonna stick with their team regardless. They ain't bandwagon. That's old school right there. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't stand the players that used to coach a few years ago. They, all of a sudden they were Golden State Warrior fans and then Brooklyn Nets fans. I'm like, hold up, bro. I thought you was with Steph Curry now. Now you with KD and Kyrie. And then after they left, oh no, I ain't rocking with them no more. I'm like, oh man, y'all bandwagon jumpers. We don't rock like that. Where I'm from,
Hey, bro, in the Bay Area, when Warriors win championships, oh my God. Oh, Stephen Curry. I love Steph Curry. Wait a minute, you don't even speak English. I ain't know Steph Curry. What the? Stephen Curry. They got jerseys and hats, and I don't see jerseys and hats no more. I don't see nothing. But hey, don't know English, but you know Stephen Curry. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I hate bandwagon. I really do. Okay. We're gonna go Cowboys, Bears.
Ooh,
Bears.
Yep. Oh, Cowboys. Are you crazy?
Man, Cowboys gonna beat the shit out of the Bears.
Man, the Bears got dog walks in their bottom line. They ain't a good team. And Caleb Williams is overrated. Yeah, I said
it. Who overrated?
Caleb Williams. Overrated.
Oh well, hey. I think they might be to pull this one out. I'm still going with the Bears. They
What, they playing, Chicago or Dallas?
They playing at Chicago.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys. Cowboys play better on the road than at home anyway.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys as well. Cardinals, 49ers.
49ers.
Cardinals.
I know Cardinals is winning now. This year. So in the NFC West rivalry game, if Mac Jones is playing, they gonna win. If they got Brock Purdy, they ain't gonna win. So I got the Cardinals.
They already played. They beat Cardinals beat the 49ers even when they had all them players on their team. They always play the 49ers hard.
Yeah. I got
That's just one of the teams. Cardinals gonna win.
Okay.
Brock Purdy or no Brock Purdy?
Okay. Chiefs, Giants.
Well, the Chiefs.
Chiefs, of course.
Yeah, the Chiefs gonna win that game, man. But I think that's gonna be a close game, believe it or not.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think they might beat the dog. You know what out of them, like you just said.
Nah, I don't. The Chiefs, they struggle too much on offense and defense. They don't got they got a good defense, but it's not like it was in the last couple of years. So No, I'm not surprised. Malik Neighbors and what's his name? Wendell Robinson, whatever his name is.
Oh, Russell
Um,
Wilson.
break something from. But I think the Chiefs still gonna win because I think Russell gonna throw a pick at the end or something. Yeah,
Well,
of
he threw
course.
a touchdown at the end, and that wasn't even the end.
Or what's the pick? What's the pick, Jared?
I, I got cheese.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. What's the game? I'm sorry.
Cheese, Giants.
Well, Patrick Mahomes just threw an interception just now. Well, Travis Kelsey dropped the ball, and the Eagles caught it and ran. Chiefs don't look that good to me, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Giants showed me a lot today, but it is a division rivalry game. They normally get up for games like this. I'm probably with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I don't. Even though Russ Wilson had a good game, I don't know if he can do it again.
Okay. And then lastly, Monday Night Football, Lions Ravens.
Lions and Ravens. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens.
Where they playing at?
They're
Baltimore
playing at the bank.
Ravens.
Man, let me go ahead and think about this. Boy, who you fooling? L1C4 Jackson. I got Lamar Jackson. No matter who you playing. That boy can play Jesus, and I'm going for him. Let's go Ravens.
Yes, sir.
Hey, expect Derrick Henry to break out some long runs. He pissed that he didn't, do anything in this game, and he not gonna play a defensive line like Cleveland. So, yeah, Baltimore
Definitely.
gonna get that run game going.
All right.
So I guess the Bills got a bye week next week.
I think they may have a bye week.
Okay, just checking. Okay.
Surprised JB didn't say they're gonna beat the snot out of them.
Now the Lions are a good team.
Man, they dog walked the Giants, Chicago today. Oh yeah, they're a good team.
They supposed to.
Oh, Travis Kelsey, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man.
What?
But
Travis Kelsey doing his tantrum.
No, I know he caused that interception. Now he over there looking all meek. Last week he was yelling at people and looking crazy. Now he looking all meek now.
Chris Jones is calling, yelling at nigga. That was your fault.
Yeah, that same thing. Play with Chris Jones, man. It's your fault, man. I don't care how much you get paid. Do your job.
oh yeah, the Bills play Thursday. That's why this Thursday against the Dolphins.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Bills by destruction. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bills by destruction.
Yeah, man. But
I got another question. If the Dolphins lose another game, you think they gonna fire their coach?
most likely.
I mean, it ain't going good, man. It's not going good. He had something going, a couple of years ago, but hey, it's not. It's falling. It's falling out apart. It look like hammered shit.
Look like what?
Hammered shit.
Hey, JB, is it fresh or is it dried up?
Is this shit fresh? That shit.
Oh man.
Shout out to my grandma. I got that from her. She always say that.
Shout out to Granny.
I seen what's her name at the store. She look like happy shit. well, we would be falling out loud. But yeah, but yeah, the Miami coach, man, I like him, but his players is like you said. I think it was the show before last. If you lose the locker room, then as a coach, you're not gonna have a show no more. Not a show no more. A team no more.
Well, all I know is as a head coach, you got to be a leader of men. I don't see Mike Daniels being a leader of men. I think he's a great coordinator. He can conjure up this, conjure up that. But when stuff is going wrong, when you got to pull the team together, I don't see him doing that. Again, he looked like my man from Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh.
So he got the shirt with his chest out. He got that he got that you know what I mean? He got that look to him. I'm just saying, So
Damn.
y'all let me know when I'm lying now. I'm just saying.
Nah, you ain't lying. But some people just ain't good head coaches.
Yeah,
They
like Dennis Allen
coordinators.
was.
Yep, perfect example
Right.
is Matt Patricia.
Dennis Allen.
Yep.
And Josh McDaniels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you said, Joe.
And they keep trying to go ahead.
No, like Big Joe was saying, some people just coordinators. They're not head coaches,
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to keep forcing Josh McDaniels on. Josh McDaniels is this. That motherfucker was terrible.
I mean, I like perfect example. Like even though the Steelers are not whatever, Mike Tomlin's still a leader of men. Them players still gonna run a wall for Mike Tomlin.
Big
When you got guys like Jalen Ramsey, when you got your veteran guys still going to run a wall to the coach, that's gonna keep you there a long time. You know what I mean? That's you got a coach, you gotta have cashier, you gotta have leadership, and the players gotta believe into you. Nobody's gonna believe somebody who look like he, tooting his nose out there in these streets. So
Messing with that booger sugar,
hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, y'all crazy, man. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Good show, good show. Any lasting words or any lasting topics y'all want to discuss before we wrap everything up?
Oh, hey, I just want to throw this out real quick. We talked about this in the group chat in terms of EJ Warner. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't impressed with him last night, to keep it a buck. So we'll see what he is when they play against Joe Squad, San Jose, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't moved by him.
Okay. Big Joe, JB.
Nah, bro, I ain't got nothing. This is a solid show.
Man, just a good show. Y'all brothers be blessed out there, man. Another great weekend, great football, good fight week, and let's knock down this upcoming week. Have a great work week, and y'all be blessed.
Oh, are we doing the outros, or you just asking is there anything else?
We'll go with it. Hey, Coach, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
You can catch me at Coach 67 Sports TV on all social media platforms, but I'm primarily here on YouTube. I don't know when I'm gonna drop the next episode of the Tailgate Party. Southern has a bye week, but I'm still gonna be dropping content though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening, blessed work week. Catch y'all next weekend. Peace and blessings. Salute to the awesome and amazing LDBC. And I know some people was talking about Ricky Hatton. He passed. Hey, salute to him. R.I.P. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of his, though,
Yeah, man. Rest in peace. But Big Joe, man. Let everybody know what's going on, man. And please plug.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can catch me on all LDBC platforms showing love to brothers and sisters of the mighty. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford for making history, having a phenomenal victory. And if you're a Crawford fan or a fan of boxing, the best way to celebrate that win is celebrate with Old Hillside Bourbon Company. You know what I mean? The official beverage of the LDBC. Old Hillside Bourbon Company, Old Hillside Bourbon Company, Old Hillside Bourbon Company. You saw Crawford make history last night. Now grab your bottle and taste history. You dig what I'm saying? Salute to my dog SBZ for sliding through. Salute to my daughter for watching. Sorry for your daddy cussing.
Salute.
You know I'm crazy. Don't mind me. Salute to the brothers up here and everything. Y'all have a blessed week. And hey, again, we got foosball on. I don't want to hear nobody crying about ain't nothing to watch on TV. We got foosball Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't want to have all these subscriptions, go to your local bar, go to your homie house. You know what I mean? Again, support your local high schools, junior colleges, and colleges. Go ahead and be in the stands. You know what I mean? Support your local coaches who are out there trying to make a change in these young kids' lives. You know what I mean? So y'all be easy. Have a good week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I second that to what JB said. Y'all have a blessed work week, man. Y'all be safe, man. This was another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.